Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 4 on the PC with a few mods installed in survival mode. I'm your host, College Fate. It's episode 55, and I want to take Nick with me on the next adventure,
Things would be pretty good.
if I can find
Look
him.
at the angle here. Now that you've dealt with those raiders, I can focus on my work as opposed to looking over my shoulder.
I think her face is darker than it's supposed to be because of one of the mods that I'm running. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, sure. What's up?
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. See, my personality is all based on this pre-war cop fella by the name of Nick Valentine. The guy volunteered to get his brain scanned back before the war. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these flashes, memories of places I've never been, things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am, that I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life, trapped inside their skulls. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks.
Well, Nick, come with me.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Yes.
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Damn, I forgot to pick up that motor oil for you, Valentine.
Cute, McReady. You come up with that all on your own?
I like that these characters all have some banter when you switch them off.
You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at
That's
it.
perfect, Nick.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man. He did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath the sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
Jeez, you've really done your homework on this guy.
I have. And I uncovered a doozy. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul, 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. Safe and sound. Ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
Yep.
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's. I managed to snatch from the Cambridge Police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. On my way out the door, I spotted an active evidence terminal. I bet my hat that terminal is the key to finding the rest of the tapes. Probably worth revisiting any police departments you may have stumbled across in your travels as well.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls?
Perfect, Nick. That's exactly what I wanted. I like Nick's quest as fetch quests go.
Weapons out.
I like it. It works for me.
If we're gonna find anything decent to sell, it has to be here.
Kate, cracking me up. Oh, here we go. This one's just about used up. Fetch quests, a staple of role-playing games. Oh, wait a minute. What time is it? Ah, it's 9:02 p.m. Okay, let's do this. Let's sleep, and then Nick and I will go head out in the morning. Fetch quests.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Just the words fetch quest and kill quest and things like that remind me so much of the first days of playing EverQuest. Somebody was talking about that the other day on a thread on Twitter, and it really brought back all the memories, because EverQuest was the first.
Been too long since I picked
Was the first massively multiplayer online role-playing game that I really invested in.
I don't sleep.
Certainly there were games before it.
Or anything like that. But if you need to, do it.
I don't know how the rest of you started out, but I started out on a multi-user dungeon. In fact, it was called Dragon Realms, and I'm pretty sure it may actually still be running. So a text Mud, a friend of mine in college when we were undergraduates, introduced me to it. It was a fantastic multi-user dungeon. It was just great. It was really, really neat. I'm looking. Meet Hancock as the Shroud. Oh, Faneuil Hall. We need to do that and follow the Freedom Trail. Or we're going this way. This will give me plenty of time to ramble here because the whiskey is still flowing. So, of course, there was Ultima Online. I don't know if Ultima Online was the first graphical MMORPG or not. I think it was. Somebody's gonna pipe up and say, no, there was some obscure thing that was first. Okay, but Ultima was like the first really big one. And I certainly tried Ultima Online like everybody else. And I hated it. I just could not stand it. So I just left it alone and I kept playing Dragon Realms. And Dragon Realms was perfectly easy to play by yourself. It didn't need friends. Every now and then a friend would log in and we'd play. It was cool. It was all text-based. It was great. And then EverQuest launched and changed my gaming life forever. How many people have said that? Everybody. It was fantastic. Full 3D world. The most amazing gameplay I'd ever seen at that time. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we were all running around in this virtual world. And here we are going right and left and making friends and forming guilds and forming parties and learning all these zones and testing our metal and getting loot and camping mobs and training the sand giants to the row exit. And just specters and it's. And then, of course, later on, I have to say, my favorite part of the game was finally getting into Kazakh-Thul. This is long before they revamped that zone and made it a high-level zone. This is back in the day when it was acceptable for basically level 24 to level 36 maybe, and it was the major place to level if you wanted a dungeon for those levels because the experience modifier was so big, and it was the place to get the Shadow Knight drops for the Shadow Knight armor, and I was a Shadow Knight. So learning how to pull that zone was huge, and I remember going into that zone the first time, and I'd already researched it online, and I'd read about it, and the people who were breaking into there were saying, oh, it's just a death trap, and sure enough, I zone in there, and there's 20 corpses at the zone, and a bunch of them still had clothes on them, and it was like, oh. It was deadly, and I was determined not to be afraid of that, and I was determined to get good at that zone, and I was determined that me and a group of my friends would learn how to kick its butt, and we did, and it was really cool. And so it was fun to get really good at doing Kazakh-Thul, and then of course later Guk, which everybody went to. But you'd have all your friends out there struggling through levels 24 through 36 in outdoor zones and trying to kite things and trying to do it, and you're blazing through it with Kazakh-Thul experience modifiers. And you're saying, just come here, and they're like, no, I'm gonna die like 20 times in 5 minutes. No, you won't. Stick with us. And then, so group content, I'd never seen anything like that in a video game before, and I get it that, you know, today in modern day gaming, Battle Royale is huge. My own 11-year-old son was just here for the weekend because I'm a divorced dad. I don't get to see him as much as I'd like to, and he's got a Fortnite sweater on, and it's like, oh, you know, what do? I mean, you just, you know, his mom got it for him. There's nothing I can do about that. I understand that Battle Royale and player versus player has always, it's been huge and it's gotten bigger, you know, and there are games that cater explicit to it. It's Fortnite, and it's Apex, and it's Overwatch, and it's all that kind of stuff. And I'm not a fan.
Who killed the lights?
Can I hack this thing? Activate units. Okay, can you go do your thing? That'd be really cool. What about you? Let's see.
Say the word, I'll take a crack at that.
Yeah, I know, Nick. Used likeness 1 5. That's not gonna cut it. Deep. That could.
Yes.
That's it. Anyway, to get back to that point that I'm making, I'm gonna let the Protectrons do some work first. EverQuest was just mind-blowing to me, and I loved the whole concept of player versus environment versus and just the encounters. I love the encounters. I absolutely loved the player versus environment encounters. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world to focus the game on that. Alright, so in Fanuiel Hall, we got the basement with all the Protectrons. It's great. And when I discovered raids in EverQuest, I mean, group content was always my favorite thing to do in EverQuest. Hard group content, not easy stuff, you know, not pulling the Velius spiders when Velius came out in whatever ice dungeon that was, because those guys were cake, you know. It was Guk when you were lower level, and it was Kazakh-Thul when nobody wanted to go there. And it was, you know, later on just other hard zones in the game. as a Shadow Knight, I loved pulling. I loved using Feign Death. I loved being a really good puller and being able to just bring a constant string of mobs to my group, such that at the moment they're making the last blow and killing a creature, the next one is showing up, you know. And really, I just if we had an enchanter, I just let them guide me. I'd say slow down, go faster. Okay, you know, I would just do whatever they wanted to do, and as long as people said keep them coming, that's the right pace, then that's what I did. And I liked that whole process of being good at something like that, and having a group of people to play with on a regular basis, and doing that content. It was really fun. EverQuest is a great time, and yeah, you go back and try to play that game now with that interface, it is the definition of clumsy and clunky, and it's not good. But at the time, like all games, at the time it was amazing. You know? It was really amazing. And I'm reminded of that only because I'll tell a little story. It's a Monday night as I'm playing this. It's really late at night. Gotta get up in the morning and go back to work. But my wife is out of the house tonight because we never spend any time apart, and I love that because I love that woman. I know it's, and you know, people get all mushy about their wives. Yeah, okay, you don't want to hear that. But we've been married coming up on 7 years here in another week and a half, and she's an amazing woman. She's fabulous. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to talk about her if they were her husband, you know. She's just a fabulous person. Well, she's off sending her daughter to college for the second year now. My stepdaughter, her daughter, this is gonna be her second year. So she's out of the house tonight. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do? God, I don't want to go to bed because I don't want to go to bed by myself. I'm gonna play some game. I'm gonna record some Fallout 4. And at any rate, tonight. Oh no, I don't want to go out. Tonight was I think they said the 25th anniversary of System Shock. So on Twitch, they were streaming System Shock, and the original developers and the original voice actor for Shodan were all there together, and they were reminiscing and talking about their stories about salted fries from McDonald's, I guess, and a bunch of other things. The whole thing was really funny, but they had one person there who I guess was on the development team who was playing the game, and he was playing it very quickly, so he's obviously played it like 1,000 times. It looked like a speed run almost. It was really impressive. And to look back on the graphics, they're corny, but they were fantastic still. That game, the original user interface to that game is horrible. But again, at the time, it was groundbreaking. And that's the thing. EverQuest, to go back and try to play it now, it's so clunky, and the user interface is just overwhelming a little bit. Even now that you can customize it a little bit, it's still just, it's too much. But it was incredible for its time, and that can't be dismissed. Watching System Shock tonight, I have to tell you, the Looking Glass guys, and they're all there, and I can't even remember the name of the main people involved now, and I used to know their names by heart, but I made a few comments in the Twitch stream just because I have such admiration for that game, because for me personally, System Shock, the original System Shock, is a top 5 game all time. If you said to me, you know, you get one computer and you get 5 games, what 5 games are you picking? Well, there's no question in my mind. I'm picking System Shock as one of my games, and in particular, I really hope that. Yeah, you suck. I'm really hoping that the remaster that Night Dive Studios is doing, I hope it ends up being as good as I think it will be, because having a remaster with updated graphics would be fantastic. This guy's name, that's what I wanted. Oh no, and he's drilling me. I got you. Come on, where's your leg? There you go. Where are the other two guys? But System Shock, as far as, oh, it's again, it's armor. It stinks. You know, it did so many things.
Face me, you coward!
Superb. Not just good, superb. It was such an amazing game. Oh, was that Brahmin meat? Oh, I can make a ribeye steak with that. Where? Nick?
Playing hide and seek?
Well, I see something trying to shoot you. You have to... Are you gonna go close to these guys? Finish them off, Nick. There we go. Can we finish them off that way? How does that hurt you? Oh, come on. Jeez, I'm getting drilled here. Let me take a drink then, so I can... Drinks. You were properly hydrated, okay. Dang it, you're right there. Oh, come on, Super Mutant Commander. I'm gonna eat you for lunch. Who's left? Well, I'm not gonna stop moving. Yeah, there you were. There's the other one. Nightkin gone. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Nick, good job. Good job. Yeah, so there I was rambling, and now I can't ramble anymore. Because I kind of lost my train of thought, but I know I was talking about System Shock and EverQuest. And to get back to System Shock, because it was... Oh, nice magazine.
Nice.
Companions permanently gain plus 10 health. Well, that's not much, but that's still fun. It was amazing watching System Shock tonight, and even though the graphics are so bad because it was so long ago, the level design was so unique, especially for the time. But forget about the time period, it was just unique. Those levels still stick out in my head. And I'm watching this guy play him tonight, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's the flex sensor, great. I'm just thinking, I really, really, really want to play that game again, even with the really bad graphics. And unfortunately, you can get System Shock, I think it's called Enhanced Edition on Steam, and it has remastered controls, so that you can basically do, I think, mouse look, and it doesn't suck like it did. You know, it's still kind of a goofy, quirky game to play because it was so old. Carrying too much. To fix that. But it's just a fantastic game. And gosh, I'm so excited for two things. First of all, they kept talking about System Shock 3, which we should all be excited about, because if these guys, I think, are gonna, you know, they're some of the original people who worked on it. I think they're going to do it justice, which is really important. And one of the really interesting things about listening to them talk tonight while they were playing through the System Shock, the original System Shock, as a 25th anniversary edition kind of celebration. One of the cool things was listening to the head guy talk about, we were all in chat talking about how much we love the elevator music and the skates, and he says, I guess in System Shock 3 we're going to have to provide skates and elevator music. And it's like, yes you are. And he seemed actually receptive to that, and I thought that is really cool. I mean, we may get a System Shock 3 that is truly a worthy successor. And the prospect of all that just made me very excited. And then, of course, Night Dive Studios is currently remastering System Shock 1, and I really hope that their remaster is as faithful to the original as it can be, because I know that they've oscillated back and forth between the two designs, between trying to do something much different and then trying to be really faithful. And when I saw the first YouTube video that was of the faithful rendition, especially with the really glowing lights and everything, I just loved it. That first design was so good, and then they veered from it because I think they allowed criticism to influence them too much. I know myself and a lot of System Shock fans were just like, those first videos were incredible, and that was the direction you need to go, and I hope they stick more to that, because those level designs are so neat. You don't need to reinvent the wheel with that game. Truly just remaster it and let people experience System Shock in a modern system with modern graphics. It'd be perfect. That's all you really need. Excuse me, oh my goodness. I like to chase my whiskey with a little Diet Coke, and sometimes it makes me a little burpy. Find Eddie Winters. Holotapes. And I almost sneezed, and now I'm gonna. Maybe I'm not. It's just, my allergies are year round, and if you have them, oh, we have to go to here, College Square, which has been cleared, which is where? Oh, it's way up here. Oh, I see. It's up there by the cops, which we have to go to anyways. Okay. So let's look at our data. Long time coming to find Eddie Winters holotapes. We can do that. Continue. No, we're not going to do that. We'll do that later. Report to Knight Reyes. Investigate the bunker. We're not going to do that yet. Not going to meet Silver Shroud. Report to Scribe Halo. We're not going to worry about that yet. Road to Freedom. That's the one I want to do. And I don't want to worry about anything else. The Nahad Chapel. Where's the Nahad Chapel? Nahad Chapel. Search for tech there? Where is that at? Okay, that's way out there. I'm not going to worry about that either. We're going to get the road, because that's why I brought Nick with me. Where's the road to freedom? Oh, I know where we're at. Okay, let's go. We want to go north. Yeah, we don't want to be this far over, but we want to go this way. At any rate, as usual, I'm full of long ramblings. The Old North Church. Bingo. Let's switch over to something that's a little more ghoul friendly. But EverQuest, to get all the way back, to pull this ramble all the way back around to where I started. EverQuest, amazing. And to me, the best part was player versus environment. Being able to team up to do content together.
I don't think we're alone.
It just...
How we doing on the hunt for Eddie's tapes?
Well, we're getting there. The whole idea of being able to work as a group. I really loved hard group content, 6-person teams. Certainly raids had their place, and I loved raids, and I loved being a complete raid strategist nerd. I was the guy in my guild who was looking up strategies to figure out how do we raid this zone, how do we beat all the encounters in it. It's like, okay, on this I was the guy. This is before voice became a big thing, and so I'm the guy sitting there setting up all the macros on my computer so that I could say, so that I could press buttons and be able to announce to the raid, everybody back up now because there's an AoE coming. Okay, now we have 45 seconds till the next one. You know, and because you couldn't do voice, and to give you guys a clue as to
People have been down here.
how that worked out for me, I was actually multi-linking two
Recent.
28.8 modems together to get a 56K connection so I could play EverQuest somewhat reasonably, because I lived we still had modems. People hardly had DSL. It was having, we didn't have high-speed internet. It didn't exist. So here I was. I actually wrote a article that ended up somewhere on IGN at the time because they had a big EverQuest board and I was a part of that and blah, 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 blah. And I wrote this article about how to multi-link two 28.8 modems together so you could get a 56K connection. People are like, what? You can actually do that? Yes, it takes two modems on your computer and it takes two separate phone lines in your house. But it can be done. Alright. Let's see. Nick, you need to move. Alright. Okay, so what I need to do is...
That's not right.
Alright.
It spins.
Spins to rail.
So it starts with R?
O A. Where's the nearest D? Bingo. As long as you know the combination, baby, you can get in here. A. Alright, Desdemona.
Stop right there.
I know, because I could mow you all down.
To arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I? Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
And I am Ayala the Huntress. I love it. From Skyrim. She's got a great voice. She should be all over games.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the Railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I helped Carl out of a jam. He knows a guy who knows a guy. And they hooked me up with the lead. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. I've never tried that.
I helped Carl out of a jam. He knows a guy who knows a guy, and they hooked me up with a lead.
We'll look into that. I'm Desdemona.
Oh god, that actually worked.
I'm the leader of the Railroad. And you are? Deacon, where have you been?
You're having a party. What gives with my invitation?
I need intel. Who is this?
Wow. Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal out there.
That makes me laugh because my kids and I just watched The Force Awakens again last night, and I love it when Han Solo is like, hey, big deal.
Glad someone noticed.
You know, you're practically famous. The Brotherhood of Steel let you into their ranks. That's a hell of a thing there. And, as if that wasn't enough, Dez, he's the one that cleared Fort Strong for the Brotherhood. He's one of their main knights or something.
So you're vouching for him?
Yes, trust me. He's someone we want on our side.
That changes things. So, stranger, why did you want to meet with us anyway?
I don't think I've ever heard him say that about the Brotherhood before, so it makes me wonder how many more key quests you could do and have him comment on. That's pretty cool.
You help synths. I want to lend a hand.
There's a procedure for people who want to help the Railroad. And showing up unannounced isn't it.
I followed the only lead I had.
Well, hopefully nobody else crashes his party. If we're going to be dealing with you, I need to make sure we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah, I know all about them.
Good. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
That sounds like slavery.
Exactly. So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
The only question that matters. Does pineapple belong on pizza? The answer is no.
Once, I pledged my life to protect my country. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. You said you wanted to save synths, but right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Well, I'm certain you don't have agents with power armor anyways, so it works out.
Excuse me.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Your leader was just being cautious.
We know we're all on the same team.
Exactly. Kind of killed our chance at a friendly first impression, though. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
In our little outfit, it's my job to know things. And with everything you've done, it's clear you're capable. A dangerous enemy. And I'm betting a valuable ally.
Don't worry, I'll keep your secret.
That's what I want to hear. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The railroad needs you.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad got your back.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there.
Bingo. Love it. Okay. I love that. That's why I brought Nick with me, and I like seeing all of his positive responses to all the things I'm saying. It's fabulous. And I need food. That is one of the things about the game. It kind of pays to know which characters you should take with you in a given situation. And if you don't know the first time through the game, you're not going to maximize the results, but that's okay. It's not a min-max game. It's just fun. That's the best part about Fallout. It's just interesting and fun. You know, a long time ago, speaking of System Shock, that was one of the first games I remember seeing on the cover of a PC Gamer magazine. And I bought my first issue of PC Gamer, the issue before it became PC Gamer, and I can't remember what it was called before then. It was like PC Games or something. It wasn't called PC Gamer. It was called something else. And they announced that, this is the last episode, and we're going to be called PC Gamer next issue, and, we're changing, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, I really like this magazine. I had just got a PC. I had just started PC gaming. I was just getting out of active duty military and going to college, so I had a PC for the first time in my life. And so I bought the first issue of PC Gamer, and I had that last issue of whatever it was called before then. And then somewhere in there, in that first year or 2 years, the cover came along, and it was System Shock, and it just promised to be this. It just looked awesome. It just looked absolutely incredible, and the whole thing kind of blew my mind. Gotta find out where I'm going here. Yikes. Where the hell am I?
Time's up, asshole! Keep your eyes up! Think this asshole's using the stealth one.
Stealth? Oh. Ah.
Even break a sweat.
Well, you know.
Not that it's an option.
Not for you.
Anything useful?
Yeah, light metal. I should grab that because we're going to need the metal. There's a gun. Where'd that person die at? Oh, right over here. Pocket treated light leather chest piece. Wow. It's somewhere around here.
Come on out. No sign of him now. Hey, let's go eat.
Deacon.
What the fuck was playing game?
Oh, I think I got you there. Who else is? Who's over there? What are you guys doing? There you are. That couldn't have felt good. It kind of hit him like right in the face. Well, there you are. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that then. This is the Pikmin Gallery, I think. I don't want to. Really don't want to go in there right now. Yeah, the Pikmin Gallery. I mean, we should. There's ample opportunity to whack some people there, but I think a quest might actually take us there eventually, so. In that case. I'm gonna go this way. Just black or white. Alright. But anyways, getting way back to this, the whole idea, I know I had a train of thought a while ago, and I know that you guys are like, get back to it! Yes, what I was going to say about Fallout is that Gary Whitta used to be the editor for PC Gamer many years later after it. I subscribed for 15 years to that magazine, and he ended up being the editor for a long period of time. And eventually one day I'm watching a film, and it resembles a world similar to Fallout, and it's called The Book of Eli. And then there on the writing credit, the guy who wrote the script, Gary Whitta. And nothing made me happier at that moment than the fact that the guy who used to be the editor for PC Gamer, who loved PC games as much as I did, had gone on to have a career as a professional writer, and he had written a really interesting and fun movie that that Roger Ebert kind of ripped. Roger Ebert seemed to like it and then simultaneously rip it because of the reveal at the end, and he's like, I understand his complaint. I totally understand Ebert's complaint, but I really still, even then, I still just really did like the Book of Eli. Long time coming. That's Cambridge. Where is this at? Sorry, I'm... College Square. Oh, yeah. We need to go over there. We're over here. Where's this other thing? Okay, hold on. Tradecraft. The old highway. Where's that at? Right there. Okay, so that's a long way. So we need to go to Cambridge first, College Square, and then we can go there. Deacon. Alright, let's do that. We're going to do Tradecraft later. We're going to do Long Time Coming. Find Eddie Winters holotapes. This, not the Silk. Quartermastery. And these two bozos. So we're going to go in this direction. And I haven't saved them forever, so we're going to do it. Hey. Oh. Crab fall down. Go boom. Mirelurk meat. Seriously, I follow Gary Whitta on Twitter now because he doesn't know it, but he made an impact I followed. 15 years of... What's that thing? Is that one of my guys? Who is that? He's running in slow motion. And then he just kicked up a car. Who's shooting at us? And where are they shooting at us from?
They're gone for good.
Where are they at, Nick? Rusto. Oh, jeez. What are you guys... What?
Bothering anybody now.
Yeah, you went down. How'd you like that? Oh, it's got to be one of our guys over there. But Gary Whitta, I just thought that was the coolest thing because Science Center gift shop. I've never been in here. What's in here? The idea of someone, I guess, shifting careers like that was something I had never really contemplated before. But
Bring something home to remember your visit to the Science Center?
sure.
Sure. Let's see what you got.
Please have a look at our souvenir mugs, globes, and ashtrays.
What? Science Center. Oh, so there's just all this stuff in here, and this is a small, tiny little building. Okay, what can I do with you? Shut down units. Great, that means I can take all this stuff.
No accounting for taste.
Oh, Valentine didn't like that. Okay. Well, I don't want to tick him off, so I'll come back here with Kate. That would be the perfect thing to do, is come back here with Kate. She'd love all the stealing. Yeah, so for me, it was a enlightening experience and an eye-opening experience to see Gary Whitta's name up there on the credits for the Book of Eli. And I'm thinking that guy was the editor of PC Gamer. And of course, I'm certain he was the editor of PC Gamer, and then he was doing his day job, and then he was going home at night and he was writing these scripts. You know, who knows how many other scripts he's written. But he's writing these scripts, and of course the Book of Eli got made into a great movie with Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman. How could you get a better cast than that? That was fantastic. You know, and I certainly understand Roger Ebert's complaint with the film. I get it. But sometimes neat is just more important than realistic. And that's one of those times when that's kind of the case. I really thought it was just such a neat idea. I didn't care. Monsignor Plaza. I've never been in here. I really never have. What's this place? Monsignor Plaza. I almost want to go in there. Just because I've never been in there. I mean, I might have to come back to that. We're going to have to come back here, Nick. There's a bunch of stuff here that I've never seen before. So yeah, Gary Whitta changing careers like that was eye-opening and inspiring to me. It's like, hey, you don't have to do this thing for the rest of your life, you know, if you don't want to. And of course, since that time, I've seen other examples of that. You know, people who do one thing for a long time and they go back to college, for instance, and they get a degree, and then they become a nurse, or they become a doctor, or they do something else with their career. And it's a little bit liberating to see that and to recognize it. And say, oh, it is a possibility. You know, that was... Great scum. Okay, Nick, now here's what we do. Come on. We go this way. These guys are going to start shooting weapons all over the place, but I'm hoping that some of it has to do with zombies. In the meantime, you and I are going to You and I are gonna shake on over here to the Cambridge Police Station. And night dress. Anybody else in the street?
Hearing shit.
Oh, you guys didn't even see me coming, did you? It's almost not fair. But you were just looking the wrong way, and you know, I shoot first and ask questions later, so.
Scared, huh?
Scared? Huh? Should be.
Could hide.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't run at me with a tire iron or a switchblade. That's just not acceptable. I have power armor. What you should have done is run in the other direction. Far away. You should have been like... See, and that's something that Bethesda could program, and maybe they'll do that in the next game. It would actually be kind of funny. There'd be some pretty good jokes in there. But imagine if you're, you know, I'm sure Elder Scrolls 6 will be the next thing they work on. It won't be Fallout 5. And imagine if they're coding that and they're saying, well, now you're whatever the equivalent of the Dovahkiin is going to be in that game, and you've like slayed 10 dragons or something. Oh no, really? Nick, this is your area of expertise, dude. I'm just blowing stuff up, man. Because, you know, bugs suck. But I would really like to see, I would like to see Bethesda do that. To have some of the bandits recognize you as complete badassery. And they see you coming and they're like, dude, you can stay here and fight him if you want to, but that's the Dovahkiin, dude. He's gonna eat us for lunch. The exploding gun is almost a cheat because you shoot it at that corner of the wall and then it's like toast. Oop, I didn't mean to grab that switchblade. I didn't want it.
That's so long as you're carrying it.
No, you know, Nick. Cambridge Police Station, dude. Let's see if we can figure it out for you. And then who are these fools? Time to it's Raider's note. Let's take a look at what that says. Miscellaneous. Word is that the gang up at Walden Pond had a big score recently. If we can hit them hard enough, we could make off with a nice haul of caps. Search for caps at Walden Pond. These are all the secondary missions, and I probably need to turn a few of those on and pay more attention to them. You guys are punks. Right, let's go. Where is Cambridge Police Station? Dang it. I didn't. Where's the map? That's what I wanted to do. The map. Cambridge Police Station report. Are they in the police station? Well, that would be me. Too dumb to realize they were in a police station. Oi. That's what it certainly looks like, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay.
They don't mistake us for ghouls.
Yeah. Ghouls. Alright, Knights. I really don't want any more quests from you guys.
Cleared out.
I would rather shoot you.
Affirmative. That's what I like to hear. There's plenty more locations out there that need clearing. Take a breather if you need it. When you're ready, just say the word.
I'm not ready.
All right. But remember, we can't afford to give those abominations too much slack.
You guys are not the coolest people ever. Nick, what is this thing we're looking for? It's over here, isn't it? There's a Brotherhood scribe, and there's this thing. Yeah. Feral. Oh, come on. There were a bunch of ghouls when we showed up here. Feral isn't the word. Woman. That won't work because there's an A in the 4th slot. Wheel could work. Now, likeness 1. Okay, so steel. Well, that would have to be a likeness 2 because there's 2 shared E's. Hopes could work. This is likeness 1 again. Alright, so this is where it gets hard. Because is the E between wheel and hopes the letter that's shared, or is it different? It has to be, doesn't it? I mean, I guess not. It could be something else. M-E-A-N-T. That would match with feral, so that can't be it. Woman, wheel. What else do we have? Hopes, which I picked. Steel. Jesus, there's not much left. Quiet. That would be it. There's an E there.
Got it.
Okay. Holbrook Sedition Logs. Winter Holotip. Thank you, my friends. And we got the locations for 2 more tapes. Okay, Nick. Where is... Wait, there she is.
Good. You're back. Hope that means you recovered the tech.
Well, of course.
Here it is.
Good. I was hoping you'd bring it back safely. Take this. There's still plenty of undiscovered tech out there. Let me know if you think you can handle another run.
Okay.
Affirmative.
That's what I like to hear. Here's the location. Get on it.
Just in case I'm somewhere close. I'll get a quest from him too, I guess.
I hope this means you finally got the guts to clear out another location.
I'm gonna so kick you in the nuts.
I'm ready.
Roger that. I'll mark the location on your map. See you when the target's clear.
I'm gonna enjoy putting a bullet through your head. Night Reyes. Alright. This episode is coming to a close. I'm yawning. I'm trying to figure out, do I want just a little bit more whiskey and try to do another episode, or do I just go to bed? There's a long day tomorrow. Pinecrest Cavern. That sounds like an interesting place. Wilson Tomatoes Factory. Okay. I don't care about those right now. Tradecraft. Meet Deacon at the Old Highway. That's where we're going now. Find any winter solitaires. Nick and I are going to head out there.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth stuff can be fatal.
Don't. You Brotherhood guys. The Brotherhood of Steel could have been so cool, but they're managed by a bunch of knuckleheads, which is not an unfactual thing. Scavenger got lit up by some ghouls. You poor guys. You didn't even know what hit you. Where are we going? He wants to meet us at... Oh, the Old Highway. That's right. Okay. Well, we're going to get close to Deacon, and then we're going to call this episode. I can't remember. I have a vague recollection about the mission that Deacon wants to do, and I think it involves a lot of synths and... Oh. A lot of synths and some other stuff. Some mines, if I remember correctly. What's going on? Who's fighting who? And a crown scout died. Where's the last one at? Where? There's more? Gunners. I showed up just at the right time, didn't I? Hey, 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 hey. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Send Nick Valentine to Hangman's Alley? Hey, hey, hey. What? This didn't go well. Well, that stinks. Dang nabbit. Oh, I haven't saved in forever. Okay, guys, you just saw me make a big flip. I will get the game back to that spot, and then we'll start the next episode. My goodness. That's what happens when you don't save for a long time. Idiot. Alright, folks, as always, thanks for watching. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.